Alright, it's Antline Alpha. And last night I happened to catch the premiere of Aladdin and the Death Lamp, a sci-fi original movie. It was a double feature. It came on before Pegasus versus Chimera, which wasn't as good as this movie I saw. I don't even know if I'm going to review that movie. I fell asleep halfway through it. And anyway, but this movie, it was entertaining. It was well made too. The director, forgot to look him up. It's Mario something. His first name was Mario. He's a new director, well, at least one that I haven't heard of. But this movie starts out with like the backstory type of introduction where and it explains the backstory of the genie. It doesn't call it a genie in this movie at all. It calls it a jinn, which I guess is like a some province name of people or race. I don't know, but it's called the genie's called a jinn, and it explains like how it got in the lamp and why it's evil, and but it's done well. It looks cool. Like in the background of the text, there's like this like it looks like heat waves like emanating. It's cool lighting, but yeah, the introduction is really well made with like the sound restraints. I don't know what you'd call it, but like there's like things where you'd expect there a sound effect, but it's like really, really quiet, and it just adds a cool effect to it. And then it goes to present day, and it shows Aladdin and his partner Luca, who are grave robbers, and they get a book, and they bring the book to this guy. There's like four people. Candace McClure is in this movie. She's an actress. I think she was in Battlestar Galactica. She's really good in this. She was in the Children of the Corn remake, another sci-fi original movie, but she's she was really annoying in that movie. This movie, she's pretty good, and I gotta say the CGI the CGI genie. I'm just gonna call it a genie. It's pretty convincing in a lot of parts. Like it doesn't look out of place at all. It looks well made. It has a lot of detail to it, and it doesn't look like a human. It looks like a demon dinosaur ghost thing. It's a pretty cool design. I really liked it, and this movie I mostly like this movie because it was just fun to look at. I wouldn't argue this is a great movie because it's well made, but like in the second half, it's just mostly came down to just like it was appealing to look at and watch because in the second half it kind of climaxed somewhere around the middle, and it wasn't as interesting throughout the rest of the movie, but it was still entertaining because this movie didn't throw any like curveballs, and it didn't do as much as I would have liked it to see with the wishes because it could have gone this genie. It's not like a three wish genie thing. Another problem with this review is I can't really compare it to the original Aladdin because I don't even know if I actually saw the original Aladdin. If I have, it was many years ago, so I can't make comparisons like, oh, they made this reference or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's fun to look at, and but like it climaxed somewhere halfway through the movie, and I was waiting for more, but it didn't happen. But I didn't lose my attention, if that makes sense. Like this movie still kept me going. I didn't want to leave. But like it could have done more with the wishes because it grants like infinite wishes to whoever has the lamp. I didn't know it doesn't just it grants wishes. It grants any type of wish to people who have the lamp, but it grants like greedy wishes to anyone when they see it and they just ask for a wish. Like it'll grant wishes to someone if the genie knows that it can like find a way to kill that person with the wish. Or at least I think that's how it was supposed to be. I don't know, it's kind of a weird plot point with like the wishes thing. I don't know how it works exactly, but it was it was a cool there were some cool deaths because this is like a horror movie adaptation of Aladdin. That's what it's called, Death Lamp. Not an interesting title, but still a fun movie. And anyway, I was talking about like I wanted more with the wishes. It could have gone like darker with the wishes because like the brother, or was it the brother? No, I don't think no, it's just the partner, Luca and Aladdin. I don't know if they were brothers, but can't remember. But they could have, because like one of them, they're like the greed is taking over them when taking over Luca when he has a lamp, and like he could have like wished for darker things on Aladdin. He could have like gone to like this like partnerly battle within them, and they could have like wished for, I don't know, because only one of them can wish for something at a time. So that'd be cool if like one person could like wish for, if they could have like a wish battle on each other. But I just wish there's, I just wish like a genie's gonna grant my wish that this movie had more interesting things with the wish. But it was still fun. It was still entertaining, and there was a CGI tiger in this movie. Like the genie can shapeshift, and he shifted in this tiger. I didn't know it was supposed to be. I didn't know that it was the genie at first until it transformed back into the genie. But there's this tiger, and you could tell it was CGI easily, but still there was a lot of detail in the tiger, and for a sci-fi original movie, I was pretty impressed. Like it wasn't like convincing, I would say, but like it still didn't seem out of place, and it moved naturally. The acting in this movie is really good, and well, there's some like the main villain, who's only the villain for like somewhere over a little bit over halfway through the movie. And then it's focused more on the genie, but like he's a little over the top. Like some of them, he's like, "You got to do this, and you want the genie to do this for you." He's not bad acting; it's just a little much. But this movie had cool camera shots, especially in the beginning. I really liked the introduction. It's what hooked me. It's good hooker, good hooker in this movie. And I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, I wanted to say one of the reasons that I would say the movie climax halfway through is because you got a good sense for what the characters are and the story, but then like I wanted comic relief. There was no comic relief in this movie, and I wanted something to be like, yeah, maybe if I had watched the original Aladdin, maybe there's a reference to it. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted there to be something. It's like a breath of fresh air in the second half, but like the last line in the movie was maybe comic relief if it is smile worthy, I guess, but I don't know. It wasn't rushed. This movie wasn't rushed. Even in the end, there were some cool shots because like there's like a portal to hell in the end, and there's some cool shots with like where you see like it from hell's perspective, and you see like the tiny door. It just looked pretty cool. But like there's also parts in the end where like it started doing that weird low budget type of effect with like the slow motion, how it's like cross fading like every single frame. I'm like, what are you doing, movie? You don't need this. You got good direction already. What are you doing? It was a little take away from the story-ish, that type of directing. And like I wanted there to be emotion with like one of the characters dying, even though like he was kind of like the bad guy at that point, but they kind of played it off like you wanted to feel for him because he was starting to die away, or what am I saying? He was starting to they like they made his death so slow, and like Aladdin was trying to save him, that you wanted to care for him, but like the slow motion kind of took away from that. But like the scene after that where you saw Hell's perspective was still really cool, and the way that the movie ends, like they're getting rid of the lamp, and there's this ring that they're trying to get rid of. That's like the ring and the lamp together. Like you can control the jinn or the genie, and they don't get rid of the ring, and it's kind of cool. Like it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? It's like, oh, the ring's useless without the genie, and I don't know. There wasn't really explained past that, but I still thought it was cool. But I don't know if I'd recommend this if you're not a fan of sci-fi original movies already, but like I'd watch this again. It's entertaining, and some of the wishes are pretty cool. Some of the deaths are pretty cool. It's just fun to look at, fun ride. So that's I'd give this a positive review. I wouldn't call it a great movie still, but it's fun, and that's my review for Aladdin and the Death Lamp. Bing bang goodbye.